Hey everyone, all at the one here. Thanks for tuning in. Today this is just a little show and tell on the latest version of my bushcrafting knife. I actually made the blade a few years ago under the tuition of Dave Budd Knife Maker. Some of you may have seen that video. If not, please check out my videos. During that session I actually made the blade itself and left without having put any scales on it. And recently I asked a good friend of mine, Rue Titley, British knife maker, to see what he could do about this, and this is what he's come out with. This is in fact Mexican rosewood, Bacota I think it's called. Very nice looking grain. The rivets and bolts are all brass fittings which have been antiqued in line with the image of the blade and the handles. I think it suits very nicely. Really a not inconsiderable bushcrafting knife with a 7-inch blade. Not extremely thick, so quite a versatile blade, even probably good for some light brush clearance. Yeah, I will be taking this out with me next time I'm out in the woods and putting it to the test, and that is something I'm really looking forward to doing. Feels great. Handle feels nice and comfortable. It's got a good size to it. Gives you a nice purchase on there. Some of the non-sharpened edge still protrudes past the tang. Past the blade scales. So you can even use it as a little finger perch when you're doing some tight kind of cutting work. I think this is going to be real nice. Obviously average bushcrafting knife is going to be about 4 to 5 inches long, but I thought I'd make a slightly longer one to give me a bit more cutting ability and versatility. But I think, yeah, Rue's done a really great job on that. Brilliant, thanks a lot mate. And here's another little creation that the guys come up with. If some of you have seen my earlier video, my favourite EDC knife, I think it was about 3 or 4 videos ago, have a look at that. And what I've done there is taken the scales off of a opinel, small opinel, and put the blade into some kydex. That was also done by Rue. Makes for a great little EDC blade, but obviously this was wastage essentially, so what he's done as I said, what he's done is taken a high quality fire steel and embedded it into the handle of the opinel. In those grooves there that you can see here and here where the blade used to sit, he's filled it with a glow in the dark epoxy which is a nice little touch, so obviously that glows in the dark. Just given this bit a bit of charge from a light, and as you can see it glows up nicely. To protect the fire steel there is also a shrink wrap tube which has been wrapped in jute twine, so that can act as tinder as well. Neat little idea there. But I just think these two together look really good, and I'm sure they'll work very well. Can't wait to get out there and test that. Okay, so here's a little bonus for you. How to make your very own fire stash. What I've done here is taken your typical aluminium sort of waterproof container, O-ring sealed there. And what I've done is epoxied in a nice chunky Light My fire steel. Fits perfectly in there. And because of this little pull tab here, keyring, you can actually hold this like so, or even by the actual aluminium casing like so, to give you a nice good grip on there, so when you're using your fire steel and, for example, striker or back of a knife, you know it's not going to come flying out of your hand. But great for a little keychain, you know, ultra compact, and essentially you have a preserved fire steel in there which isn't going to get damaged or rust or oxidize. So there's just a little idea for you guys. Thought you might like it. If you want to make your own little keychain fire steel holder, then that's how you do it. One bit of advice I will give you is that obviously make sure that you make the fire steel short enough so you get a full closure, and so the rubber is gripped between the two layers of aluminium to give you a nice tight seal. Aside from that, I just sawed through this with a normal hacksaw, hand saw, and yeah, watch out, because obviously when you're sawing through it, sparks are flying everywhere, so make sure there's nothing flammable in the surrounding area. I have actually tested this out and it works just fine. And finally, as you may or may not have noticed, I've recently reached 2,000 subscribers, and really appreciative of that. Yeah, thanks to all my followers. All the feedback, comments and support is always very much appreciated, and due to this fact I'm going to in fact be doing a really nice giveaway shortly, or in fact it's probably going to be a competition which will involve video entries, and so yeah, stay tuned for that one too. So this has been another All Outdoor One video. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.